Today, I've got a haul for you guys, some first impressions of 3 different fragrances and also a sale to let you know about where you can save a lot of money. Hey friends, Ash here with Gents. Like I said, got a little haul here, some first impressions for you. 3 different fragrances today. First off, this one, Rasassi Junoon Velvet. Then we've got Aventus Supremacy Incense. And last, but hopefully not least, Dunhill Desire Gold. All 3 of these fragrances I got from fragrancebuy.ca, and they're actually running a pretty big sale right now, so I'll just really quickly run through that, and then we'll check these out. So this is their annual Boxing Day sale, and it runs through the 27th at 11:59 p.m. So at that point in time, the sale is done. If you haven't got in, it's too late. It's pretty simple this time. If you spend over $19 Canadian, which I'm assuming you would be, you can use the code REDBOXFREE and get free shipping. So just REDBOXFREE, all one word. If you spend over $99 Canadian, which is like what, $4 US? I'm just playing Canadians. But if you spend over $99 Canadian, you get 10% off plus free shipping. That code is REDBOX2020. And there are also free samples that are gonna be handed out like candy at Halloween, but only to the first 1,500 purchasers or customers. I've got a link in the description to Fragrance Buy, so make sure to go ahead and take advantage of the sale if there's something that you've been wanting to pick up, save yourself some more money. They don't run sales super often, so when they do, I try to bring them to you guys on the channel here. And I've talked about Fragrance Buy a whole bunch of times, but in case you're unaware for any reason, they're based up in Canada. They do ship to the US. They ship really quickly. Actually, the box that they come in, for what that's worth, is better than any other discounter, and everything is legit. So Fragrance Buy sale, Boxing Day, you are filled in now. Okay, 3 fragrances, gonna do some first impressions. Don't wanna take forever, so I'm just gonna get right into this. The first one I'm gonna check out is gonna be this one, I guess. Aventus Supremacy Incense. I've got a pretty good idea of what this is gonna smell like. I'm not for sure though, I've not read anything up on this. It's just, I know Aventus is a clone company. It's called Incense, it's in a blue box. I'm thinking Interlude. So here is the box. It's actually pretty nice looking. You have these little fleur-de-lis all over the box, on the front, the sides, and the back, and they are actually textured. So that's a nice touch. It also has this kind of sheen to it, this Charlie sheen, this Martin sheen to the box. That looks really nice. On the top here, you're going to see Aventus. On the side, you're gonna have the creation date of the bottle, and then on the back, your ingredients. So this one, February 2020. And here is the bottle, freshly pulled. I actually like the way this looks. It's pretty nice. You can see through it. I don't know on camera if that comes through all that well, but you can pretty clearly see how much fragrance is left inside. Got kind of like a deep teal color, a deep aqua color at the top, and then it goes to silver at the bottom. And this is kind of maybe a little tacky looking, the cap there, but what are you gonna do? Let's go ahead and spray this one on and see how this one smells. Yeah, Interlude-ish. Not as good as Interlude, yeah. It's not a big surprise though, is it? So there's something in the top here. It's a little bit off-putting. And the original Interlude has that too, actually. The opening of Interlude turns a lot of people off, where they say, you know, it's a little harsh, has this kind of bitter opening. And they've captured that here. Yeah. The opening has this sort of bitter green aspect to it. You know, I don't hate it, but I would say a lot of people are not gonna dig that opening. It's interesting because the incense, the smokiness, which is what Interlude is really known for, and of course this is called Aventus Incense, is kind of overshadowed in the opening. It's starting to creep in now a little more, the incense. And that bitter kind of open, it's stepping back already. You know, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. As an alternative to Interlude at a much lower price, this is pretty solid. Next, this one, Dunhill Desire Gold. Now, I can't find any notes for this online. It's kind of interesting. This fragrance, there's very little information on it. I always find this interesting when houses come out with a fragrance and then you can't really find anything about it. It's like they put the time and the energy and the money into coming up with the fragrance, and then they just say, ah, man, who cares? Just put it out there. And then the marketing department is like, shouldn't we do something? Like, shouldn't we do a press release and you know, give people information on this, let them know that it's out there? And then the people at the company go, nah, no, who cares? Hopefully I'm gonna be pleasantly surprised and this is actually gonna be really good, but Zaro did that with the Zaro Sport this year. It just kind of came out of nowhere, and then I smelled it and I understood why. So here's the box for Dunhill Desire Gold. It's pretty much keeping in line with the entire Desire line. The Desire line is not really a high-end line. It's basically Dunhill's like kind of entry-level line, if you want to call it that, whereas their Icon line is a little higher end. And there is the bottle for Dunhill Desire Gold. Like the others in the line, kind of looks like a flask. So it opens up like that. Pow. KJ03, that is the batch code here. Let's give it a spray. That's a horrible atomizer. That's really bad. Let's try that again, maybe. No, that just sucks. So it has a terrible atomizer, or at least mine does. That is an Aventus style fragrance, straight up. Very obvious as soon as you spray it on. Yep, super Aventus-y. Kind of makes sense with the gold, kind of a pineapple thing going on, I guess. It is like a very, very fruit-forward Aventus style fragrance. The atomizer is trash, but as far as what will be a very inexpensive Aventus style fragrance, a lot of people are gonna like that, a bunch. This is an inexpensive fragrance. The quality here, for me, is not on par with Mont Blanc Explorer. I bring that up because that is also a designer fragrance house that's taking Creed Aventus and reworking it a little bit and putting it out. And that's what Dunhill is doing here. Obviously, Dunhill is a designer house. This fragrance is very obviously inspired by Aventus, so that's why I brought Explorer up. But just based off the opening, this is going to appeal to people. Not picking up any smokiness whatsoever. It is essentially citrus forward with that kind of pineapple type scent. It does come across more pineapple-y than Explorer does. Has some sort of clean woodiness, muskiness underneath. Very clean though. Not at all going for like I said before, smoke or darkness or a lot of depth. This one is keeping it pretty fresh and bright and poppy, like pops of citrus. I don't actually know the note breakdown on this at all. Like I said, I tried to look up some information on this before jumping on and doing the video, but couldn't find anything. You know, as this dries down, this is pretty good as far as just affordable Aventus type scents, yeah. Because the thing is, the Desire line is cheap. As of right now on fragrancebuy, this is 40 bucks. So that's not super cheap, but it's also new. If you look at the other Desire fragrances, they're all under 30 bucks. They're around $25 or so. This will go down in price. As time goes on, this will go down in price. Guaranteed, absolutely guaranteed. Just like Mont Blanc Explorer went down, this will go down. When this is 25 bucks for 100 mils, and it's as pleasant as it smells here, as an inexpensive Aventus alternative, that will sell like freaking crazy. I'm not sure why they put it in the Desire packaging. Maybe they're kind of just trying to sneak it out there, but when people really get their nose on this, again, when it drops in price, people are gonna like this a lot. Other than this, that is better than I expected, straight up. Just open up this one, Rasassi Junoon Velvet. So here's the box. Actually looks quite nice. I like these style boxes where you lift up and the bottle sits down inside there. It's got a really slight kind of rubberized feel to it. Trying to make sure though not to launch this bottle. Okay, there it is. This one was manufactured July 2020. So here's the bottle, fresh from the packaging. It's got a very interesting shape to it. And then the cap does click into place. It was actually loose, so I had to click it back down. I also don't have the notes on this one. I didn't look up notes for any of them. Other than Dunhill Desire Gold, I tried to and couldn't find anything. So this does have a familiarity to me, but I can't immediately place it, which is one of the most frustrating things ever. When you smell a fragrance and you know that you've smelled something similar to it before and you can't place it. Super frustrating. It's got this very slight effervescence to it where it kind of has a sparkle to it, but not a ton. It's kind of like this fresh, zingy, warm spiciness coming off. The quality is good. The presentation is nice as well. This opening is pretty nice. I like it. This is really solid. Fall, wintertime, daytime or evening. This video's running long, so let me just run back through these really quickly. Starting with Non-Supremacy Incense. This is way better. This is way better. The opening was a little bit off-putting, but once that settles, once it dries down a little, it's good. It's really good. This is quite a nice replacement, an inexpensive replacement for Interlude. Yeah, this is solid. The opening is not, as I've mentioned a few times, from the atomizer and in the initial opening, it's gonna be a little off-putting for some people. Once that dies away, once it dries down some, nice. It's rich, it's deep, it's got some nice spice to it. It has that incense, not too smoky, not too aggressive. Kind of like a reined in Interlude a little bit, but still with a nice punch to it. It's not weak, it's just not quite as aggressive off my skin. Desire Gold. Ooh, that's got like almost like some candied sweetness there. After smelling the Off-Non and going straight to Desire, yeah, there's like a candied fruity sweetness almost. It's still good though. Yeah, surprising. I am friggin' sick and tired of Aventus style fragrances, but as an inexpensive alternative, this one could have some legs. Have to see how the performance and everything goes, see if it really lasts, see how it changes as it dries down, but it's still good. It is still fruit forward also. So depends on how you like to take your Aventus. If you prefer smokier Aventus, maybe not for you. If you like fruitier, sweeter Aventus, you know what? It's almost like Bond Number 9, www.bondnumber9.com. Almost kind of like that. And then last but not least, Rasassi. Obviously of the three, this one's the most unique, I would say. The quality is good on that. It does have this like little bit of dustiness kind of coming out now. Warm, spicy, rich, little dusty. Some resins coming out, it smells like. I'm gonna wrap this video up because it's been going quite long. These surprised me. I was fully expecting to dunk on at least 2 of these, and yeah, I really don't have anything bad to say. When you take price into account here, along with what you're getting, all 3 of these are solid. And for guys out there, especially with everything that's happened this year, not having a lot of extra money, some of these cheaper alternatives, I think, are really gonna be welcomed by a lot of people. So they do kind of have a place, in my opinion. I've gotta tell you guys, this one, I think a lot of people are gonna end up buying this. As this becomes more available, as the price goes down on this, people are probably gonna spring for it. So that makes now Mont Blanc and English Laundry with London and Dunhill Desire Gold as 3 different designer houses that have done a take on Aventus. Let me know in the comments below which one you think is next. Which designer house takes on the Aventus DNA next? You know it's coming. All right guys, that's gonna do it for me. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Thanks for all your support. Stay safe out there. See you tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you guys.